Hello and welcome to Conscious Yoga with Kelly. Today I'm going to be giving you a gentle yoga class. It's all on the mat, so it's pretty much for most people. As long as you can get down on the floor, this is a pretty easy class. So each pose is going to be designed to stretch out different joints in our body and also to do some ringing in the abdominal area, which is good for moving digested food along, keeping congestion down in the liver and other organs. So let's begin by lengthening our breath. We'll breathe in and out through the nose, relax the shoulders, just feel your weight on the floor beneath you. Bring our attention into the center of our chest. Let's be present in this moment. Notice the sounds that are occurring at this time around you. Notice the temperature of the air in the room. Maybe there's scents that you can smell. And we'll begin with a nice deep breath in, and we'll lengthen through the body, just coming out through the top of the head. And let's start with our neck. As we inhale, let's lengthen through the neck. As you exhale, let the chin fall towards your chest. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep your breath relaxed. And on your next inhale, we're going to slowly lift the chin up as far as your neck is comfortable. As you exhale, drop the chin towards your chest. Inhale, let's lift up one more time. And we'll bring the head back to a neutral position. Now on our next inhale, again lengthening through the neck. As we exhale, we're going to pull the chin straight back. Inhale, bring your chin forward. Exhale, pull the chin back. And let's do that one more time. And relax. Inhale, lengthen through the neck. Exhale, we're going to turn our head to the right. Just go as far as your neck is comfortable. We're going to pause. We're going to keep the neck turned just to let these muscles have a chance to lengthen. So find that comfortable breath. And with your next inhale, bring the head forward. Keep that length in your neck. And as you exhale, we're going to go to the left side. Again, turning the head as far as your neck is comfortable. We're going to keep the head turned for a couple breaths. And as you inhale, bring the head forward. Now we're going to do a figure 8 with our head, just to go through all the range of motion for our neck muscles. So as we inhale, again, lengthening through the neck. As we exhale, draw the chin down towards the chest. And then we're going to roll the head towards the right shoulder. So we're going to come slightly over the shoulder, slightly behind, and then lift the head up again. We don't want to go all the way back because our spinous processes, which are the part of the spine that juts out directly behind us, we don't want them to grind on each other. So then we'll lift the head up, draw the chin forward. As you exhale, roll the head towards the left shoulder, slightly behind, and then you can begin lifting the head. Let's do that one more time. Bring the chin forward as you exhale. And then as you inhale, roll the head towards the right, nice and slow, come over the shoulder. Lift the head nice and tall. Bring the head forward as you exhale. Inhale, roll the head to the left. And back up. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. So as we begin, we'll lift the shoulders up towards the ears, then bring them back, down, and forward. And again. And one more time. Let's go in the opposite direction. Now let's just pull the shoulders up and then pull the shoulders down, and you can use your elbows. Try to touch the floor with your elbows to really stretch out the top of those shoulders and relax. Let's bring our arms out in front of us. We're going to gently move the shoulder blades forward and then pull them back, forward and back. Let's bring the arms overhead. Really reach those fingers towards the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch in the shoulders, the sides of your body. And then we're going to bring the right hand behind us. We're going to reach away with both hands, bend at the elbows, and draw your fingers towards each other. And it's okay if your fingers don't touch. And breathe. Keep the spine nice and long. We'll straighten the arms. Let's bring the right arm up, left arm back down. Reach those hands away and then bend at the elbows. Bring the fingers towards each other. And straighten the arms. Let's bring them out away from our sides. We're going to pretend we're turning a doorknob. So twist as far as you can. Keep that mobility in your shoulder, in your arms, your wrist. And now we're going to bring the arms overhead again. As we inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right hand behind us. Left hand can rest on your right leg. Let's lengthen through the spine. We're going to twist with our chest. Go as far as your spine is comfortable. And then add your neck in. We want to relax the belly. Take a few deep breaths. And as you inhale, swing those arms up, lengthen. And now we're going to twist to the left. Same thing, left hand behind, right hand on your leg. These twists are so important for keeping that mobility in our spine. Also, it is a great massager for the abdomen. So lengthen through that spine, leading with the chest. Twist as far as you're comfortable. Add your neck in. And with your next inhale, swing those arms up, body forward. Lengthen. Bring that right hand to the mat. And let's reach over with the left hand. Try to keep the left hip firmly planted on the mat. And let's feel a nice stretch through that left side of your body. We'll gently turn our head to look towards the upper left arm. Bring your head forward. Reach that left arm up and relax. Let's take a breath. Inhale, reach the right arm up, lengthen, and let's lean to the left. Again, keeping that right hip planted on the mat. Let's turn to look towards the right arm. Bringing your gaze forward, reach that right arm up and relax your arm down. We're going to keep the right knee in place. If it's comfortable, bring your left foot back behind you. If you have a hard time sitting up with your legs in this position, you can always tuck either a bolster, a block or a folded blanket under this right hip. So you would just prop it up and it would help straighten out your hips. So we're going to begin working on loosening up our hips, our legs, our low back. So we'll begin with a long inhale, lengthening through the upper body. And as you exhale, fold forward at the waist. So keep the back straight. We're going to move slow so we give the hips and the knees an opportunity to relax. So we'll slowly fold forward. And it's nice to support your forehead. So if you can't come to the floor, you can use your block and prop it under your forehead. You can use your fists, or if you can come all the way down, you can rest your forehead on the floor. So we're just going to take a few slow, deep breaths. And placing your hands under your shoulders, lift with the chest, press down through your hands, and come back up to sitting. On our next inhale, we're going to lengthen. We're going to twist so that we're facing our right thigh. And then we're going to fold forward again, bending at the waist. Now, if you can't come that far forward, if you'd like to place something on your thigh, just to give you a little bit of support, you can always do that. Just come as far forward as your body is comfortable. We want to release this hip. We want to relax the right leg and the knee, the ankle, resting the body onto our leg. We're going to breathe into the abdomen, giving a nice massage to those organs, all of the things that are in that abdominal space. And placing your hands on the floor beneath your shoulders, pressing down through the hands, lifting up with your chest. Come back up. And with your next inhale, again, lengthening through the upper body. As you exhale, twist that right hand behind you. And we're going to rest the right hand on our leg. So we're going to come back, put our weight back on that back hand, but we also want to press forward with our legs. Take your chest, pull up and back. Add your neck in as far as you're comfortable. Now keep that back hand in place. Bring the body forward. We're going to bring the left hand forward. If it's comfortable, you can come up onto your knees. Reach the left arm up and back. And come back down. And we'll swing the feet over to the right side of the mat. And again, if you feel like you're tilting, then prop up that left hip so that your hips are more square to the floor. So we'll begin with a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the upper body. And then as you exhale, fold forward at the waist. And again, giving your joints an opportunity to catch up with your movement. And we're going to rest that forehead either on a block or on your fists or on your cat. And let's take a few deep breaths. And place your hands on the floor beneath your shoulders and slowly walk back up. As we inhale, lengthen through the upper body. Let's twist so we're facing that left thigh, and as we exhale, again, folding at the waist, fold that body over your thigh, You can use something between your body and your leg if you need to. Slowly lower down, giving those joints an opportunity to relax. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Placing your hands beneath your shoulders, walk yourself back up. And as we inhale, lengthen through the upper body. As we exhale, bring that left hand behind you, resting on the floor. Keep those legs pressed down, pull the chest up and back. Nice twist, add your neck in. Keep that back hand in place and bring your right hand forward. If it's comfortable, you can come up on your knees, reach up and back. And back down. So these folds and twists, they're so good for massaging the abdomen, for bringing out the liver and the other organs. So it's really good to do these on a regular basis. So now we're going to bring our legs forward. You can shake them out a little bit. And we'll start by keeping the right leg straight and bring your left leg back. Hopefully that's comfortable. And if you feel you're being pulled back, you can sit on the edge of a towel or a bolster. And just on the edge so that it allows your body to come forward. So we'll just take a breath, let the leg get used to this stretch. And then on our next inhale, let's lengthen through the body. As you exhale, fold forward at the waist. And wherever your body is comfortable, your hand can come. So it might be your shin, it might be your knee, or maybe you can reach your toes. You can also use a strap if you have one. But if not, just rest your hand on your leg. So we're just going to find our breath, find that slow, comfortable rhythm. Feel the shoulder relax, the upper back. Make sure your neck is comfortable. And let's relax the low back. Softening your abdomen. Release any tension in your hip joints. And just relax the muscles in your legs. And with your next inhale, lift that chest, straighten your spine. And we'll switch. Bring the right foot back, if it's comfortable. And as we inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, fold forward. Again, finding the right place for you. Yoga is not about how a posture is supposed to look. It's how it feels best for your body on this day. So maybe touching your shin is as far as your body wants to fold forward, and that's perfectly fine. So we'll find that breath. Relax the shoulder. Make sure your shoulder's not feeling strained. If so, bring your hand to your shin. Relax the muscles in your upper back. Relax your low back. Let's soften our abdomen. And release the hip joints. And feel those muscles soften in your legs. And as we inhale, lift the chest. Let's straighten both legs. You can shake out your legs. And we'll do Dandasana. Reach the arms up and lengthen. And then folding forward at the waist. If you can reach your toes, fine. If not, just let your hands rest on your shins. And breathe. And lift up with that chest. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. The heels can come in as far as is comfortable for you. Just let those knees fall out as we release any tension on the inner hip. Now we're going to transition to hands and knees. So if you're on a thin mat and you need some extra padding, you can use a towel to put under your knees. Make sure you're comfortable. So we're going to do some cat-cows. These are great for keeping that mobility in our spine. So your knees are under your hips and your hands are going to be approximately under your shoulders, maybe slightly forward, depending on what's comfortable for you. So we'll begin by breathing in. As we breathe in, lift the tail, drop the low back, drop the mid back, chest faces forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to tuck that tail under, pull that belly up and in, and pull the back up towards the ceiling, relaxing your neck. This is cat pose. Inhale, lifting the tail, dropping down into cow pose. Exhale, tucking the tail, rolling up into cat pose. And one more time, lifting the tail. Let that back swing down, ears away from your shoulders. Exhale, rolling up into cat. And now let's sit back into child's pose. So if your knees are comfortable, you can come back onto your heels. If this is too much for your knees, take a bolster or towel, slide it between your calves and your thighs. We're going to sit back. Your knees can be parallel or you can bring them out, whatever's more comfortable for you. We want to bring the forehead towards the floor, either resting it on your hands, if you've got a block handy, or the floor. We're going to take some slow, deep breaths. This is a grounding pose. It's great to stretch out the low back. It relaxes the abdomen, helps to connect us back to the earth. So for those of you who have healthy knees, we'll just roll up into hero pose. If not, just come up into hands and back into hands and knees. So we'll roll up, bringing the low back up, the mid back, the upper back, and resting those shoulders. And now let's come back to hands and knees. So the last pose I'd like to do for this series is called Pigeon Pose. It's so good for the hips, the low back, and for the abdomen. So we'll begin by bringing the right knee forward. So if you want to step the left knee back, maybe even straighten your leg, whatever is more comfortable for you, bring that right knee forward between your hands. So you want the knee coming straight or slightly out. You don't want it coming inside, or else you won't be able to do this pose. And then if this right hip is way off the floor and is putting a lot of weight on your knee, slide a block or a towel under that right hip to give you some support. So make sure everything's comfortable. If something's not feeling right, then please don't do this posture. But if everything's feeling good, we're going to fold forward, moving at your own pace, and you want to support the forehead again, resting the back of your neck. Take this time to breathe into your abdomen, really massaging the right side of that space. And let's bring our hands back to the floor beneath your shoulders. Lift the chest. So we're going to bend the knee. If you can, grab your foot. If not, just bending the knee is giving a nice stretch to the front of your thigh. So you might feel the Charlie horse in your hamstring. So let's breathe. Release your foot. Let's bring that right knee back in place. And you can either straighten the right leg and slide that left knee, or just bring the left knee forward, whatever works for you. And again, if this hip is way up off the floor, support it so you're not putting all that weight on your knee. Make sure you're comfortable, and as long as you are, we'll fold forward. Supporting the forehead, relaxing the abdomen. Let's take some slow, deep breaths. And we'll bring our hands back to the floor, under your shoulders. Lift that chest. Let's bend the right knee. If you can, grab your right foot. And let's come back to hands and knees. Let's straighten out our hips. So we'll come into child's pose for a couple breaths. So sitting back on your heels or supporting your legs if your knees won't bend that far. And come back up to hands and knees. Let's come back into a sitting position. So it's really good to finish every yoga class with Shavasana. That just helps to relax the mind and body in this moment. We've stretched out the muscles, we've created space in the joints, and so the energy can run, the circulation is improved. So it's nice just to take a moment to allow everything to flow while we are relaxed and stretched out. So let's lay flat on our back, and if it's not comfortable for you to keep your legs straight, you can support them with a pillow, or if you don't have a pillow, you can bend your knees. But we'll lay as flat as comfortable for your body. And let's bring our breath into a slower and deeper state. Draw your attention into the center of your chest. And if your attention gets pulled outside of you, into thoughts, into any external sounds, gently return it to your chest. Connect with your breath. And just feel the weight of your body surrender to the floor beneath you. Just let the earth support you, like the hand of God or a mother's lap. Just allow your body to relax into the support of the earth, letting go of all tension, connecting with your breath and bringing your attention into the center of your being. And you can lay in Shavasana as long as you feel necessary. The longer the better, I say. But when you're ready to move, you can bring your attention back into your physical body. Take another deep breath. You can begin to move your hands, your feet. We'll bend the knees. And you can either roll over onto your side and press up, or you can rock up. Whatever's more comfortable for you. Take a moment before you get up and continue with your day, just to be present.